I had to get my, you know what I'm saying, get it right. Let me make sure though. Wipe everything off.
Rule the world, or I'm going to change the world. But I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world, and that's our job.
You have to make it chill. What up, DMV? We getting money whole time, fucking bitches whole time, rapping DC whole time. We getting money whole time, fucking bitches whole time, rapping DC whole time. Your shine whole time, whole time, doing this whole time, whole time, whole time, doing this whole time, whole time, whole time, doing this whole time. Man, you're back whole time, doing this whole time.
I was about to do the kickbackers in my own live voice because I couldn't find it, but I found it. So,
like a Tribe Called Quest. You say the whole thing.
Welcome to a pod named Kickback. It's like a Tribe Called Quest. You say the whole thing. Also known as the Black CNN. Well, are we still the Black CNN? Until we change it, I'm going to claim it. So right. Still the Black CNN and the revolution will be televised. I'm no Brace New, the righteous ratchet. And I got called out on this today because it was like, I was saying all these powerful, inspirational things. Like you say so many good things and you do this and you do that. And then you throw this ratchet stuff in it. And I was like, I'm the righteous ratchet. Like, what did you expect? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm the righteous ratchet. If you throw it, I'll catch it. If you got it, I'll match it. Each and every Thursday, we right back at it. I am the Black Savage, the Magneto of my people, and my people being the kickbackers, being the kickback crew. You've seen me with J. Lou, you've seen me with Jackie, you've seen me with Brittany, and tonight I have two of the three with me. You can tell I used to be a rapper, right? You can tell. I used to rap. You can tell by the crap that I used to rap.
Yeah, we rappers.
You can tell by the shit that I used to spit. I mean, you can tell. But I got J. Lou and Jackie with me today, and this is a beautiful occasion because, you know, it's been a lot going on. There's been a lot of personal things I've been dealing with, and the podcast has been in fluctuation. And everybody's done their part to be there and to show up when I ask. Mm-hmm. Today is a special day because we got two of the three that assist me doing the POD. And it's off the TOP. Like, oh my God. If I'm not your favorite rapper, who is? You know what I'm saying? But I got Jackie and J. Lou here, and I want them to introduce themselves. Y'all do whatever introduction you want. I know Jackie got some she can help some of y'all get in shape. I'm gonna talk about me being in the gym a little bit later. And I know J. Lou gonna be very quick. I'm J. Lou, and that's it. But y'all introduce yourselves, ladies first.
I'm Get Fit with Jack. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. I'm gonna get them waist snatched, them booties lifted. We getting them summer bodies right, y'all. Y'all better hit me up.
What's up? Straight to the point, J. Lou. We here.
J. Lou, what it do?
We here.
Look, he get right up north. Look, straight to the point.
Straight to the point.
Exactly.
Straight to the point. All right, so we speaking of getting straight to the point, J. Lou, our Wizards podcast family, shout out to Locked On Wizards. They just went live right now too to talk about us getting our new general manager. Did you see that?
Yeah, I ain't do too much research on them yet. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still torn on it. I gotta look at him a little bit more, see what he did before.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. I got my research. You know how I do. I got you. But I do. Before we really jump into it, as always, how about this? Let's get a nod to the sponsors. Shout out to Mo's Marvelous Cleaning. I'm way in deep South Georgia, so I haven't seen Mo in a minute. But when I get back into Atlanta, I'm obviously going to be using her services, and you can still use her services as well, as long as you're in the Metro Atlanta area, a business, a home, an apartment. You was cheating on your girl, and the girl left a curl on the counter, and it wasn't sterile. You really thorough. Most marvelous cleaning.
I got to hit Mo up too. She hit me up when I got back from vacation. So I'm gonna hit you up, Mo.
You hear that? You hear that? So shout out to Mo's Marvelous Cleaning. You'll get 10% off of any cleaning when you hit Mo's Marvelous Cleaning and put in code Kickbackers. Hold up. When you put in code Kickbackers, also hit up mysexroom.net. My bro Kelso over there running it with his lovely wife and all the beautiful models and all that I know and don't know. But go to mysexroom.net and then put in code and get 10% off your lingerie, your toys, your oils, and what else you may need.
Okay. I'm about to check them out.
Yeah, mysexroom.net.
Okay.
All right. And let's see. Oh, shout out YouTube. Okay, so shout out to everybody on YouTube. We are really leaving Facebook. I threaten to leave Facebook every week, but Facebook sent me a 35-cent check.
What?
Should I repeat it? A 35-cent check. We are leaving Facebook. If you want to watch us live,
don't throw
you have to go to YouTube. It's youtube.com/nobreaksnew. And we do the rebrand. I got my face on it all pretty. YouTube.com/nobreaksnew. And you can watch us live on Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. And then everybody else will get it on Thursdays on YouTube at Thursday morning at 5 a.m. on all the podcast sites, Spotify, Apple, Pandora, Audible, Amazon Music, 5 a.m. Thursday morning. But if you want to be part of the conversation and type in your thoughts, have me respond, have Jackie respond, have J. Lou respond, or live Wednesday night, it's only going to be on YouTube. Facebook, this is your last slave dollar. This is your last slave dollar. And I don't know how to behave. My shirt say behave, but I don't know how to behave. I'm tired of Facebook. Having said that, let's do high and low. Let me find my drop.
Now, high low. Who wants to go first?
High low of the week. Who wants to go first?
Well, I never have lows. I have highs.
I like it. I like
it. I like it.
So my high is my business is growing, elevating. My fitness app is booming. Looking to find another location to start doing my online classes.
Okay.
Yes, and my in August.
What's happening in August?
My own podcast is coming in August.
Oh shit! Oh, well, let me do a double. What I do? Okay. There we go.
And all about sexual health. That's all we're going to be talking about, sexual health.
Okay.
What's the app?
Fitness app is Get Fit with Jack. It's on Google Play and also Apple Store. So you guys can download that. You get you a plan, and I'm going to send you your meal plans, your workout sessions. We have video chats. I'm your accountability partner in your hand at all times.
And spell that for the slow people in the back.
Yes, so it's Get G-E-T Fit F-I-T with W-I-T-H Jack J-A-C-Q.
Get Fit with Jack. You know what? Now that I'm with Planet Fitness, I might have to get fit with Jack. So I might be on the app, and then if y'all on the app, y'all see me on the app, and then we all be on the app, and we all just
roll up.
Roll as a nation. What'd you say, J. Lou?
I said, why not? Why wouldn't you though? But
exactly.
It's good. You get in there because you getting a workout. You wanna. Sometimes you need direction. A lot of people need direction. You go in there, you just touching stuff. You're just like, oh, I'm gonna do this machine. I'm gonna do this machine. You know what I'm saying? So you want to have that direction to make sure it's intentional when you get in there. So that's great.
Exactly. So, what was your highs and lows this week?
What I got high, I was able to go back to DC for a wedding that I was in.
Black love.
Yeah, one of my boys for 20 plus years. You say what?
On your GQ, right? You was.
Oh, you already know. You know, you was right. So that was good. You know, and then it was back home, so it's kind of like you able to kind of double up on that. Seeing family, so that's always good. I was able to take my daughter up there, so she was able to kind of be the star of the show up there. So that was good. What would I say? Low. I'm waiting on some stuff. You know what I'm saying? To happen on the low for the low side. It's nothing crazy, but I'm waiting on the state to kind of finish some review process on the agency side, so I can kind of do everything completely independent. So just waiting on that. But yeah, it's just patience.
Yeah.
Okay, no, definitely guys. Shout out Jay and Nina. They're like good highs. Jackie. My favorite rapper was Cardi B. I don't know what that has to do with. Did I miss something? Somebody say their favorite rapper Cardi B. They're like, yeah, my favorite rapper Cardi B. Like,
yeah,
missing something. I don't know.
When you was plugging yourself, they was, you know what I'm saying, they felt the need to kind of show who they go with.
Oh, they also said, "What's up, new?" They called you Anthony Mackie and Sister Woman. So apparently you're Anthony Mackie. Oh, it was when I was rapping. I was rapping. I don't know. I don't remember. But yeah, sure. Okay. My high low of the week. My high is I think everybody knows, why that hiatus happened. Rest in peace, Aunt Joyce, Leggy to death. Miss you every day, think about you every day. But that happened when I was starting a new career. So my career was supposed to start, let's say, on Monday, and then I had to leave and go to DC and kind of deal with things on like Sunday. So it was like I was starting, then I wasn't starting.
Right.
And then I was in DC for like 5-6 weeks dealing with all of that. And so today is the 1 month anniversary of launching my own life insurance company. And like, oh yeah, round of applause for me, guys. And it has been everything that I wanted it to be.
Good.
For month 1, I'm saying like this month 1, and I don't know what I'm doing.
He said, wait
until I get to month 34. Boy, let me tell you. And it's just been it's just felt really good, and I've been encouraged by all my friends and family, and by strangers who are buying. It's just sometimes you find your niche, and I feel like I found my niche, and I'm just like, well, damn, because I always was like, I'm gonna rap, I'm gonna be a sports broadcaster, or I'm gonna be an actor in a movie. I never was a 9-to-5 dude. I knew I had the gift of gab. I could sell stuff. And I was like, well, maybe selling a house, or maybe I sell cars, like sell something that gives you some real money. I'll do something like that at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But I never thought I would love selling. I'm talking to people, I'm helping them. I'm like, well, what do you have? What don't you have? Well, have you thought about your kids, your wife, your husband? Like, so I'm not only, and this not just like to my horn, but just how good I feel about it. I'm making money helping people at their end of life, in their end of life stages. And some are young. So, but they're thinking about that. Yeah. So it's like when they're going, I don't have anything, but I have 3 kids and I just want to make sure they're good and da-da-da. I'm like, well, let's see what we can qualify you for. And they're like, thank you. I don't know if I go, my family good. I'm like, damn, I'm making money and doing good stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's like
it's honorable, baby. It's honorable. I told you.
Yeah, and J. Lou been telling me, and shout out to F, he been telling me, shout out to everybody, that's been in the corner, like, man, go do this. But I definitely gotta give a shout out to F and J. Lou, because they both been on me about it, and y'all were both right, and I'm loving it. I don't really have a low.
And that's
Which is amazing because I have had, if you know what I've been dealing with this year, I done had some crazy lows. And this week, I don't really have a low. And I'm not looking for a low.
there you go.
Round of applause.
Don't force no.
Right, J. Lou, right. I ain't forcing no low. So that's my high of the week.
So
What
you know,
say, Jackie?
So look at the fact of, you just said that you handled, Mama Joyce, and now you're helping people with the same situation that you went through.
Facts. And I've used that on calls, and mentors I've had it were like, wow, I was surprised you used that because it's so fresh. Like, it's excellent you use it because you painted a picture, but I was surprised you could talk about it.
Yes.
And don't feel obligated to talk about it. Like, you can wait. You don't have to mention that. But it was what made life insurance make sense to me. Yep. Because, I was raised by my aunt. I think everybody knows that. Aunt Joyce, or as you said, Mama Joyce. And she had everything taken care of. She had, but she wanted to be cremated. She had a moratorium. She had a service. Everything was planned out. All we had to do was show up and cry or show up and celebrate. And I tell people, that's what you want for your kids.
Yeah.
I just went through this. All I had to do, I had a few small things, but really what I had to do was show up and celebrate or show up and cry. That's because of the work she did. And I'm like, you want that for your family? Trust me. Because everybody thought I was gonna lose my mind when she passed. It was like, oh, this dude, it's gonna be a wrap. Like, he gonna go crazy. Like, we see it. But it was as smooth as smooth can be.
Look, and she's working for you upstairs already. Look what she
Absolutely. got. Look at what's happening. Yeah, Jack. Every time I get on the damn podcast with Jack, she started doing some spiritual counseling, psychology stuff with me. We're gonna have fun today. We're not going deep yet. So that's our high and lows of the week. Let me get to these topics here. Oh, okay. So before we get into our rival story of the week, I did want to mention this, and I think you both have seen this or heard me speak of it. And J. Lou, we bros, we talk every day. I know I've told you about it, and Jackie, I think you might be hip too. Mm-hmm. But the concept of raising your floor. Mm-hmm. And it was something that was introduced to me, and I want to introduce it to anybody that can hear my voice, because I look at the podcast like life insurance. I am helping in some degree whoever's listening to this, and I want to help you in ways that I may not have been helped at the time I wanted it, but I did get it eventually. And I want to talk about raising your floor. And this is how it was presented to me. You can have someone who is living, let's say, living pretty well, middle class, and they'll go, if things hit rock bottom, I could do a 1-bedroom apartment in the hood. Like, I could do that. Like, I don't want to, but I could. And then you have someone else who says, I could never do 1-bedroom apartment. Oh, well, let me go back. He could do that, but he couldn't do living in a box under a bridge. Like, so, you could live in a 1-bedroom apartment in the hood, but you can't live in a box under a bridge? No. That's where I draw the line. Mm-hmm. But then you have someone else who will say, I guess I could live in a 5,000 square foot home. That might be my minimum, but I never live in an apartment. Mm-hmm. And it's like, oh, that's his floor. He set his floor. My floor here. I don't know what y'all doing. And you can say, I could drive a 1990 Corolla. That's your floor. My floor might be, I'm not driving nothing less than a 2024 Benz. It's about establishing your floor. And what I've noticed, because I'm a dreamer, what dreamers do is we establish the ceiling. I can make $1 billion. I can make $1 million. I can make $500 million a year. Yeah, look at what I'm doing. I could do that. But you never bring your floor up to your ceiling. So you're always looking up, dreaming. And I made a quote the other day. I like to think I coined this, that dreamers move. What the hell? I got my little cousin is calling me on Instagram. Like, you gotta relax. He's like 7 years old. Like, one, have an Instagram account. 2, he see me calling me. Like, you gotta relax, though, because maybe he's watching on something. I don't know what's going on. But back to my analogy is you could have a damn, I lost my train of thought. Well, I'll go back as far, and I don't want to go back to the beginning, but as far as setting your floor and your ceiling could be, doing whatever, but your floor could be all the way at the bottom. And what we need to do is lift our floors up. So when your floor is, if your ceiling is, I want to make $1 million a year, I'm gonna be rich, and you're just dreaming it, that's your ceiling moving. But when your floor is, I'll never make less than 100,000. That's when you're really doing something. And I think it's really about establishing your floor, because when your floor is, I'm never going below this point, it is going to automatically propel you to those heights. But if all you're focused on is those heights, then and your floor is way down here and your height is way up here, then you're just daydreaming. So dreamers raise their floor. Hustlers and grinders dreamers raise their ceilings. Hustlers and grinders raise their floors. So when your floor comes up, and keeps going up, you're going to hit that ceiling eventually. But when all you're worried about is the ceiling and you're not doing the work, and that kind of ties back into my new argument that I make. I don't care about motivation. I care about habits. You can be the most motivated person on earth. I've been that person and ain't doing shit. Or you can be a person who changes their habits. Actions equal identity. What you do is who you are. Right. What you say is maybe who you want to be, but what you do is who you are. You could want to be the smoothest dude in the world, but if you're always knocking over the drinks, that's just who you are. You could want to be a hustler, grinding, getting that money, but if all you do is sit and watch TV and not out doing anything, then that's who you are. Actions equal identity. And it was on my heart, and I was like, I'm gonna do a whole not a whole episode, but I'm gonna make So actions equal identity. Jackie J. Lou, are you feeling me or am I talking crazy?
I'm feeling you, but I will say this, and I love what you said. But for me, I always make my ceiling my floor.
Well, you're at a higher level then. I'm talking this level information. You up here.
Relax, Jackie. So you have to start.
Yes, relax.
My gracious. See,
she's like,
now
I like what you're saying, but that's for the little kids.
Everybody's scared to download the app now. Now you like, nah, you want to sit now? We get these 6 packs, the 6 packs tomorrow.
I am real. Hey, look, every time you come on here, y'all, I'm inspiring. I'm sorry.
Hell yeah. That's what you're supposed to do.
Hey.
I agree with you. I'm not going to argue with you, Jackie, but you said it is 100. J. Lou, what's your thoughts, though?
Well, obviously, I'm saying we had talked about it earlier, but no, I think raising the floor helps kind of build consistency, because sometimes some people don't have it, right? So you have to set goals, to kind of get yourself there. So I obviously I agree completely, like be able to have that floor, a solid floor, so you're not selling yourself so short, because I think a lot of people sell yourself short in life with what you want to accomplish, what you think you can accomplish. So when you're able to kind of build that floor up, you kind of you're speaking life into yourself to kind of get to that level that you want to get to.
Absolutely. And I'll just add to as we wrap this isn't even a topic, but as we wrap this portion up, it's just you want to speak what you seek until you see what you said. So this whole thing was about action, but there is a mental component. And I think the mental component needs to be limited too, because you don't want to make it all about the mental. You can be the most motivated person on earth. I've read 85 books. I've read everything. And you ain't doing nothing. So the mental component that I do want to speak to is speak what you seek until you see what you said. I got a 6-pack. I'm gonna show you my vision board. I'll post it again tomorrow morning, Thursday. I'll post my vision board again so y'all can see. I'm speaking of what I see till I see what I see.
I got my vision board up in my bedroom.
Oh, Jackie, we got to see your vision board. We got to do something. Take a picture of it.
Okay.
All right, J. Lou. I know you working on one. Take a picture of yours too.
You just like cheated with the virtual jump though.
I did. I didn't make it with I didn't cut out magazines because it's 2023. I don't own magazines.
I still don't know how you did it. Like you like I don't know how you did it though. I still don't know how you did it.
There's well, this might be good for everybody. So there's an app. I downloaded an app called Collage for Instagram, and it'll give you 3 spaces, and you put pictures in those 3 spaces, or they give you 10 spaces.
Okay.
You put pictures in each of those 10 spaces. I personally had, I think, 7 things I wanted on my vision board. So I found one of their collages that had 7 spaces. And you click the space, insert relationship picture. Click the space, insert townhouse in Buckhead.
But you ain't had no relationship. You ain't had no relationship. But you had like a wedding picture.
It was me and Ashanti holding hands.
You about to propose? You was proposing on your.
No, that was the old one. That was the old one.
Nah, that was the new one. That was a new one. I saw it.
I posted 2. I posted the one from 2016 and the one from 2023. They had the same damn things on them though. That's the sad part.
Hey man, look, man, go ahead, get on that knee, B.
What you gonna do? What you gonna do about Nelly though? Nelly in the picture now.
Hey, Nelly out the picture. Everybody out the picture when it comes to me. Old health. You know, talking about, let me behave. Let me behave. Ain't nobody worried about Lil Dirty.
Not Lil Dirty. That's when you put Lil in front of not Lil.
That definitely is. Anybody worried about Lil Dirty?
No, but J. Lou, I'm with you. I went to a vision board party. They had magazines. I did it old school. So
so you put in the work.
Yes.
Y'all mad old school. Y'all mad old school.
Yeah,
it's 2023. Y'all mad old school. We don't do that anymore. We do it virtually.
Some of us
get a blueprint.
Some of us raise our floor, some of us don't, man.
That's what we're doing. Okay. All right, moving on. Next topic. Next topic. All right, so our viral story of the week. Let's see what's going on with this here. Viral story.
My left stroke just went viral.
All right. Rest in peace to the Queen.
Oh. And Jim Brown.
And Jim Brown. So we got to celebrate the Queen and the King. We got to celebrate the Queen of rock and roll, a young woman who made amazing music, did amazing dances, and withstood some of the most horrific conditions as far as abuse that's been documented, and having the bravery to speak out against it and to stand up against it. Tina Turner is an icon for many reasons: music, dance, acting, entertainment. But I think the most poignant is her standing up to her abuser. And I think her story is one of the first stories, because I was a child. When the song What's Love Got to Do With It came out, I was like 7, 8, 9. I didn't even know what the song was about. But when I learned the story as I became a teenager and got older and the movie came out with Angela Bassett and Lawrence Fishburne, I said, like, wow, she's a soldier, she's a hero. And I think this is a compliment by saying the thing that I know Tina Turner the most for was enduring abuse, standing up to abuse, and walking away from abuse, being successful after abuse. And that's what I think we want every woman or man or child to take away from her story. You can be abused, you can be afraid at first, you can fight back, you can even lose, but you can one day get strong enough to fight back, win, or at least fight back and be strong enough to leave. And I think that's her legacy. Outside of all the number 1 hits, all the top 10 singles, I think her legacy is, I will walk away. And I don't know what's going to happen. Will I lose my career? Will I lose everything? You know, I don't know what's going to happen. But you can't treat me the way you want. You can't beat me the way you want. Enough is enough. I'm standing up. I think that's her legacy. And because of that, I just want to give the queen, Tina Turner, a round of applause. And I want you guys to chime in and tell me, you know, your thoughts as well. But I take that very serious because I've known women who have been abused and who stood strong and some didn't, and you want to be there and you want to support. But I think Tina is the ultimate example of how you do it. And I think that she should be the example going forward. Yeah, she just a queen.
She is a queen. She is a queen. And the fact that she left and the only thing she wanted was her name. That's it. I don't want no materialistic things. I don't want anything that he has, that he's bought me, that he's given me. I just want my name. And it was kind of nice, nasty too, because he gave her the name, but it was like, that's what you get. Because when she took just her name, all her blessings came. Like she is, you can't, everybody knows Tina Turner. Everybody knows that name. Every generation knows that name.
They know them legs.
Yeah, legs. I was about to say them legs, baby. Now, she probably would have just put them legs around his neck and just cracked it a little bit. But yeah, them legs, her body, even Angela Bassett, hats off to her because how she got her body to get like hers.
Yeah,
she went through some things. I know her fitness regimen was crazy.
Yeah, and you would know. And ladies, I'm speaking for me. I think I speak for Jay Little too, but I don't want to say to put that on him. And he's trying to attack me. I don't want y'all attacking him too.
Right.
We not with the Angela Bassett arms. No.
Too strong looking?
No, too strong looking.
You need some softness.
Some soft.
Yeah, Angela, she all right with me.
All right.
But I think the key thing with Angela, you know, with Tina Turner, she found her voice. And that's always, you know, it's like when she had an epiphany about, you know, finding herself. And I think that's the main thing that, you know, everybody can take, like find your own voice and who you are as a person. Obviously it kind of highlights that, you know, unfortunately it highlights that, you know, the domestic issues. And it's different ways. Like, you know, we talk about the physical abuse, but if you really see it, they kind of started, you know, his manipulative ways and things of that nature. I know we're seeing that on social media now with who's old boy, the Derek Jackson, his ex-wife.
Yeah.
So you see how abusers kind of start being manipulative at first, and then it grows into that physical side. So when she was able to kind of, you know, get her spiritual, you know, together, you know, like, you know, Jackie speaks of, she was able to kind of fight back physically and spiritually, and I think that's what kind of, you know, is the key aspect, like being able to make sure that you can't be manipulated in certain ways, and you understand your voice and value who you are. So, you know, obviously, you know, she's lived a very good life, a very successful life, and it's always good when you're remembered for something. So, you know, rest in peace to her. You know, condolences to her family. But like I said, when you've lived a good life, you know, you can rest easy.
That's true. That's true. You guys got to remember, you got to keep this sharp.
Amen.
Sharp, because once somebody gets your mind, it's over with. They have control over you.
Yeah, and it takes a while.
Yeah, and I hope what I just did just now didn't just disrupt the whole podcast, but I just did something.
Well, the timer just went off. I know Valerie had put in about Jim Brown, who's, you know, obviously one of the key activists of all time, and he actually did it when he did it when he was at his peak. A lot of people, you know, some people jump on the bandwagon of activism. Jim Brown actually was an activist, you know, when he was at his peak, when he can actually lose things. Some people do it because it's, you know, it's a fad or it's cute, things of that nature. Like Jim Brown spoke up for his community and for the, you know, the tough things, you know, when he was at his peak, and he took up for Muhammad Ali, along with, you know, him and Bill Russell, and things like they did things when it wasn't convenient. like a lot of people, you know, you hop on the bandwagon when it's convenient.
Right.
He did it when it wasn't convenient, and when he was at his peak. So he, you know, he gave his name, you know, his condolences to him. Obviously, he lived a great. I actually met him at Morehouse. You know, here, you know, we did one of our Crown Forums. We always had like certain speakers come and speak life into the brothers, and you know, and I was able to speak to him, and you know, he was just a good overall dude. So what he portrayed, you can see in the present. So obviously, condolences to him as well. A legend.
I was because I know sometimes when you're in front of somebody powerful, you can feel that.
Yeah,
it's probably like when y'all in front of me. It's probably similar.
Yeah, it's
See,
something like that. He ain't grabbed the little, you know what I'm saying, the brush and start doing like that. You know, sometimes you do that, you know. Oh, ain't that cute? Oh.
But I will tell you, Jim Brown is he reminded me of my Uncle Bucky because he was like a no nonsense dude.
Yeah.
And like you didn't want to get in trouble with Jim Brown. You know what I'm saying? Right. And he reminded me of that. He definitely reminds me of Uncle Bucky. Love you, Uncle Bucky. Yeah, I know he's not watching, but love you. But Jim Brown was always like a staple. He was just, and I tell you what, there are several things that made me revere him. And even with some of that stuff he did with Trump, it pissed me off. But I still hold him to such a high regard. If you ever get a chance to watch One Night in Miami, it's Malcolm X, Jim Brown, Muhammad Ali, and Sam Cooke.
Love that movie.
And it's I don't know if it's fictional or not, but I think it's a fictional account of what happened with them that night they spent in Miami. I think it's powerful. J. Lou, you seen it?
Yeah.
Jackie, you seen it?
It's crazy. I loved it. I watched it a couple times.
It's amazing. I think it's on Amazon.
Yeah.
Amazon. It's One Night in Miami.
Oh, no, it was good though. Like it was it's good to see brothers in a certain light.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you see the brotherhood, like you know what I'm saying, like when you see the brotherhood and you can feel it, it just feel different.
It does.
Yeah, when you see the power and you see the human frailty and you see the brotherhood, when those three components are mixed, because you're usually seeing the human frailty. This weak nigga, he ain't do nothing, he da-da-da. Or you see the power, this strong superhuman did this, or you see the brotherhood. When you see all three of those components together, which they never want to show us,
At all.
when you see those three mixed amongst brothers, it's a nod to Black male excellence that they don't really want us looking at. They don't want us paying attention to. They don't even want us acknowledging.
No,
I think that you can really see excellence in that movie. And if you want to just look, what's the iconic picture with him and Bill Russell, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar? I think that was behind Muhammad Ali, correct?
Yeah, when they stood up behind Muhammad Ali when he refused to go to Vietnam. Vietnam.
Iconic picture.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to the legend, Jim Brown, the God, like for real. And let me see what else we got here. So we talked about Jim Brown. We talked about the great Tina Turner. And okay, really quickly on a side note, did y'all see Jackie? What was going on? Did we say we was going to talk about today? That was just wild.
Oh my gosh.
What about Martha Stewart on the cover of Sports Illustrated? How y'all feel about that? As I'm pulling up everything else, how y'all feel about that?
That was crazy.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't get the Sports Illustrated, so I don't think nothing wrong with it. I guess Angel Reese was on there. I'm assuming they were showing the kind of the different aspects of having a much older woman on there. I wasn't gonna buy it regardless. Right. It's just not on. It's just not on my things to do list. But I don't see nothing wrong with it. I think you can show beauty in many forms. So if you want to show an older person, a younger person, I think that that gap and that difference in it, kind of, I think it's a positive. Like letting women see, like, look, you can be beautiful in in your 20s and in your 70s. Like beauty, how you value yourself and what you choose, it's totally up to you. So I don't have a problem with it. I know people was bitching about it, but I'm like, look,
I mean, 23. I mean, come on, y'all. We like the old 50s and 60s ways where they had to be covered up and all. Like, come on.
Yeah, I wasn't tripping off it, but I thought it was funny because I said my brother, Chloe Bailey, had posted some kind of video or picture, and it was, of course, it was erotic. And he's like, "Oh, she's too young," but then he hit me the next day, like, "Yo, you see that Martha Stewart? She looking good." I'm like, all right, this is weird. Like, I would not date someone as young as Chloe Bailey because she's just too young for me to date. I think she's like 24, 25. I'm 47. I'm not dating Chloe Bailey. But I'm not dating Martha Stewart either. Right. But if we're looking at just pictures, I'll enjoy a Chloe Bailey picture. Mm-hmm. I can't enjoy a Martha Stewart picture. I respect how she looks, and I'm not shaming her. She looks damn good. But when I'm looking at just random Instagram pictures, I'm not looking for the 70, 80-year-old woman.
Yeah, and it's art piece though. It's like, look, it's more of an art piece, like them, finding, you know what I'm saying, like all of it is art at that particular stage.
Don't miss this. He's talking about give him a night alone with Martha Stewart, but he wouldn't touch Chloe Bailey.
But that's he you know what I'm saying, he got that that new mom blood in him.
No, don't mix him up with me. And I thought it was funny because we was debating. He's like, "Yeah, Chloe too young," and I was like, "So you don't want to mess with a girl that could be your daughter, but you mess with a girl that could be your mother?"
He ain't want Marcus Houston it.
Apparently not.
Hey, yo, that's some sick shit. That boy.
Nah, he on something different. All I'm doing
the way he spoke about it, like, I don't. You love who you love, but the way he spoke about it was like, angle. That was some sick. That was sick.
Yeah, he didn't do any research. He gave you every textbook answer on a pedophile or a groomer. He said everything they say. It's like, dog, nobody vetted this interview before you did it. You didn't get nobody to look at it. Like, what the hell?
Because you know why? Because of who they are. That's why a lot of these artists get away with a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I guess. We're not going to let them get away with anything. And we're going to hold you accountable. And sometimes when you hold people accountable, it can go left. And this is one situation where it didn't, but I am still concerned that it could. Mm-hmm. But you still got to hold people accountable regardless of where it goes. And I'm talking about John Morant. We've seen him on Instagram waving guns, get suspended, come back, do it again, and now there's an indefinite suspension. No penalty has been levied against him, but we all suspect it's going to be heavy. And today he goes on Instagram with a picture with his father. I love you, Dad. Picture of his mother. I love you, Mom. Picture of his daughter. I love you, daughter. And then goodbye. As if he's going to kill himself. I don't want to make light of this. I don't want to play with mental health. But when you mess up and you get caught messing up, you got to own it. If you're man enough to mess up, you got to be man enough to own it. It's been so many things that my mess ups have caused me that I didn't want to own, that I have had to own. And you don't get to go, I'm going to kill myself, and then it all goes away. Yeah. And I'm not implying that, I don't want to be insensitive and imply that that's what he did. But I'm just looking at what happened. He's finally being held accountable for his quote unquote transgressions. And he puts out what appears to be a suicidal message. And it's like, be stronger than that, my guy. Be stronger than that. We've all lost stuff. We've all lost things we've loved. I'm the poster boy for it. I'm not killing myself for it. And I'm not killing myself to because I don't have it. And I'm not killing myself to get it back. You got to own your mistakes. And you can't do a bunch of wrong and I'm going to kill myself and everything goes away. You got to own it. You got to stand up in it. Joe Budden told me a long time ago, and this is kind of separate, but it still applies. Real men don't fall in love. We stand up in it. And that's how I feel. If you do something wrong, you got to stand up in it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get to, I'm going to kill myself and get away. Nah, be a man.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I like the interview that Lil Wayne did talking about that, giving a different perspective, which I didn't look at until I saw the interview. And he was just talking about, and it doesn't excuse anything that he does, but where he came from, it's not that, 3,000 people.
Yeah.
8,000, and he could have been a thug. I've never been of the mindset that Ja Morant ain't a thug, he faking. I've been in the mindset he's not living a thug's life right now.
Right. He
He
is
could have been in them streets.
on the flip side, and I'm like I said, I'm not excusing anything that he's saying, but I think that he's not doing that because of what's going on. I think the trolls has gotten to him, because you got to think, you don't tell him what these folks are sending him. He might be getting stuff from people that have lost people because of gun violence. It could be all kinds of stuff that he's been reading and absorbing himself with by himself that's driving him to feel this way. And he might not have a close-knit circle to where he can lean on people to talk about it. I don't know if he has a therapist, but these are some of the things that if I was in his close circle, I would implement.
Yeah,
I agree. And Jay, right before you go, I just want to throw one thing out there. I don't think the trolls are getting to him because the troll has been there. The only thing that's changed is the amount of time that he's going to be suspended for, and the amount of basketball taken away from him. He's had the trolls since the first gun incident. He did it again. So the trolls ain't really hit him. What's hitting him is knowing that he's going to miss half the season next year or possibly longer. I think that's what's hitting him. But Taylor, go ahead.
Now I'm torn because I understand your perspective. Like, to me, I take mental health very serious. Right. And sometimes we live in a society where you play on certain things. You know what I'm saying? You play victim when you're not really, like, there's people that's really going through mental health stuff. There's people that really kill themselves. There's people that really, take drugs as a mechanism. There's people that really do that. If you're telling me you doing it to be looked at as a victim, so people will take it easy on you, that's manipulative, but it's not surprising. So, if you're going that route, that's like a different level of low that you can go. And as far as a coward, I'm saying, for you to take it. And I wouldn't put it above them, because I was torn with Lil Wayne's comments too. One, we come from a certain area, so like people joining gangs and doing a gang lifestyle while you rich, it kind of defeats the purpose a little bit to me. So I gotta check myself on how I don't really respect those individuals, because I'm like, look, the people who was really doing it, I knew where they really came from. So you get a little bit, you give them a little pass for that. And I'm like you can't give that pass as a millionaire. So, so I'm a little torn with it. I would hope, he's not using that as a mechanism, because mental health is very serious, especially in our community, because it's shunned upon so much. So when people see it and they when they see it and they hear it, the people who really go through it, they kind of really jump to their defense because they know. So I would hope he wouldn't be playing with it, in that route. Like, look, man, you messed up. You're 23. Obviously, you fucked up. At this point, your job, look, people make plenty of mistakes well into their 30s, 40s, 50s. Just fix it, accept responsibility, and get better. That's all you can do. At this point, you probably lost 70, 100 million, and you still gonna be richer than 99.99% of everybody out here. You'll be okay. Just grow from it. The people, he put his mom, his dad, his daughter. Just make your decision. How I look at it, life, I try to make my decisions based on my mom, my you know what I'm saying, like that aspect. If you putting them out there, make your decisions based on the type of man you want your daughter to be with.
Mm-hmm.
If that's how you started, I guarantee you'll be okay.
Yeah.
So you're 23, you can get over it. You'll be all right. Just don't, if you really going through something, seek help. If you're not, don't play with it because people, people really go through it.
Yes.
Absolutely. And before we get out of our viral stories, because it was a lot going on this week, I didn't know it was this much, but I woke up today and all of these things happened. Really quickly, this Rick Ross and DJ Envy thing. And I know this is silly, and we probably shouldn't waste a lot of time on it because it's some silly stuff. But did you get any good laughs out of this at all? That's what I care about. Did you laugh at all at this silly stuff?
I laughed like hell at all of the I was just waiting back and forth. You know how you a kid, like you going to school, like they join each other. But I was ready. I was like, yes, but at the same time, hats off to Rick Ross. That's great promotion.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what it came off as promotion for Rick Ross. Who you think won though, Jack?
I have to say Rick Ross.
You think so?
They both get promotion.
He was playing a little dirty now, bringing the wife in and telling
that's why I think he lost though.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Like when I looked at it, Envy it's like normally when when you go to a certain extent, I'm like, all right, you lost now. I mean, you start bringing up a wife and kid. I'm like, look, if people you got kids, you know what I'm saying, you probably see every 6 months. Like it's you know what I'm saying. Like I thought it was even kill because the envious thing kind of was hilarious. But I thought when he started going with the wife and the kids, I'm like, all right, now you fishing.
Yeah.
Yes, I thought it was hilarious.
Rick Ross is not the marriage type, so he's not coming from that place. DJ Envy is married, you know what I'm saying? So he don't care about none of that.
Yeah,
he's going for the gusto. Everything that I can hit you with, I'm gonna hit you with.
Yeah, I don't know. See, I just when you go to the, you know what I'm saying, when you go to the wife level, it's like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying. I kind of take points from you though. I don't, you know what I'm saying. I take a little bit from you.
It's happened before. Hasn't his wife been into some stuff before?
No, well, his wife said that when they were in high school, she couldn't make him come.
Yeah,
no, that's high school. Like they've been together for 30 years. Okay, the first 3 years they was together, he couldn't make her come. Oh, no big deal. Now it is. You never want that put out there about you.
Your jacket. Yeah,
you don't want that on your jacket. But you know that it was when they was children. But the way the book read and the way people interpreted it, in the way that became a big story, it felt like he didn't make her come till last year. That's the story that told. When in reality, when we were 15 to 19, I never came. But once I turned 20, I come all the time. That's the real story. But the way it's put out there, it was like, you never marry her. You know, it was kind of like, damn, man.
They always try to make black men look bad.
Always. And I think that I feel pretty much like you, J. Lou. I think that there was good jokes on both sides. I think that certain things hit beneath the belt. Me personally, I'm a person that if we going there, we going there. But if we ain't going there, we ain't going there. I can clown you on regular stuff. I can clown you on your gut or your beard or I can clown you on some surface level stuff, and we can have a good back and forth. We can chop it up and giggle and laugh on Facebook all day.
Yeah.
We all know when a line, we all should at least know when a line got crossed. Don't bring my wife into it. Don't bring my kids into it. We don't have to do that. We can have a whole argument, debate, battle.
Yeah.
Like what I do now on Facebook, because I love to debate. So I'm debating with somebody and they get insulting or they use ad hominem attacks. An ad hominem attack is where I'll say like Michael Jordan, the best basketball player ever. And they'll be like, yeah, I don't like your glasses. I'm like, I said, hey, you're just attacking me now. We're not even talking about Jordan no more.
That's why I think he lost. Because you know what I'm saying, at that point, when you gotta add that portion in it, I'm like, all right,
now nothing to say. When we battling,
now you insecure. Now you show who you are as a man. I'm like, look, we was doing the dozens. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's like we was doing good.
Right. Yeah. I got 3 Maybachs. I'm putting my car show. Well, I got 3 Bentleys. I got 5 Aston Martins. I got 5 Lamborghinis. Your wife is a hoe.
I understand. Oh, but I'm gonna tell y'all like this. Let me tell you something. When Jay-Z and I was going back and forth, and he talking about he skied on the back the baby seaters, I was like, oh my God.
I did too. But
I lost. and I'm a huge Jay-Z fan, huge Tupac fan. When they did it, I lost respect for them as men.
Man, they was going at it like.
Yeah, like when they did that, I'm like, I lost respect as men you know what I'm saying, in that case.
Okay, and I didn't quite go. Is this? I'm like in the middle between y'all two on this particular topic because as a dude who a lot of my biggest paybacks to niggas was like, I'm gonna fuck his girl.
Yep.
I know I can, and I know that's gonna hurt him. And it wasn't like, it was just like, I know I can do it, and it's gonna hurt him. I could punch him in his face. That's gonna hurt for an hour.
It's gonna
But I
hurt.
can fuck his girl. That's gonna hurt until he dies.
Yeah, that's why. Like, but if you did it, it's different than like if you call somebody girl a hoe, and you ain't do nothing. That's what I'm saying. Like
I agree, but Pac
Tupac and Jay-Z, I didn't respect it as men, but I understood why it could hurt because it was a personal attachment.
Right.
If I'm calling you something from left field, I'm like, all right, come on, like I ain't hit her. I'm like, look, I can't.
Right. But if you did, it's like Jay-Z said, you know who, you know what, with you know who. Let's keep that between me and you. That was your warning.
I agree completely that I agree completely that it hit. I agree completely that it hit. This is a personal, like in a battle, I understand the perspective and why you would do it. Me as a man, as a father, you know what I'm saying, I don't respect it. But what I'm saying, I understand why he would do it. You in that place, you got points. You know what I'm saying? You ran it up. My thing is, in Rick Ross' case, I'm like, you didn't hit his wife.
He different.
Yeah, I'm like Tupac
he can't even say his wife cheated. All he can say is she didn't come when y'all was in high school.
I'm like, yeah, so it's a little different. Like you can't claim somebody else's body.
Yeah, but we do culture. I mean, look at all the rap songs and even being at rap battles, and you should know about this. Being at rap battles, man, they going for every family member, anything about it, and dug up all the dirt and old pictures, everything, because it's like you got to come with your ammunition no matter what.
Yeah,
and I like rap battles like that because with that, it's not really emotional. It's just I'm gonna get you. It's not really emotional. It's not based on it. But it's like, look, I did my research. Look, I got some things up my sleeve.
I got something to get you.
And like when Pusha T exposed Drake for having a baby, and it was like, you are hiding a child, and that's gonna bring us into our what the fuck story of the week. I'm gonna key the theme music.
It's the mayor. Stay fly, stay high. What the fuck? You know what it is. What the fuck?
Rory, formerly of the Joe Budden podcast and currently of the Rory and Maul podcast, for his album rollout, he does production. He has an album. This album comes out this Friday. Shout out to Rory. He in his rollout and did a 60-second stand-up routine. It looks like he's advertising a comedy act. Oh, Rory's doing stand-up comedy now. That's interesting. And then when you realize that's the rollout for his album, and his album is called It's Different Than I Thought It Would Have Been, and he admits that he has a child. And he hasn't told anybody about his child for 2-3 years. And he talks about Pusha T getting on Drake about, dropping a child in the press run. Mm-hmm. And I'm just going to be very honest. I think it's kind of corny that Rory is using his unknown child as his press run for his album. Like, the biggest media that he's gotten for his album is the fact that nobody knows this, but I got a daughter. And I'm like, that's what we doing to push the album? It seemed thirsty to me. You don't tell nobody you had a kid all this time, which is weird, but that's your prerogative. You can be private. We saw with Jamie Foxx, his family's private. But for you to use that to push your album, I don't know. I think it's kind of corny, young. And I like Rory and Maul. Of course, I'm a bigger Joe Budden fan than Rory and Maul, but I like them. But I think it's corny. You got this secret child and you reveal it to the world because you're promoting your album. That's the same thing Drake tried to do.
Yeah.
It's corny.
All about a wow.
Am I by myself?
This whole society is about a wow factor. That's what gets catapulted into anything is the wow factor. How can I repost this video as quick as possible? Oh, I first. Oh, I know this first. So, I mean, that's the name of the game. It is corny, but we live in a corny world.
I blame New for me not knowing this. I never knew he had an album. I didn't know he did production and none of that. What is he, a rapper or something? What does he do? Like I thought he just did the podcast with Joe Budden. And like is he really like he really does music?
What I think he does is he goes, "Hey John, you make good beats, right?"
You should have told me this.
Actually, he don't do nothing. I think that's the real story. He go, "Hey John, you make beats? Let me go get Tina who sing. Make a slow beat, sing a slow song."
Right. Yeah.
Okay. I was totally confused. I'm like, I thought it was when you sent it to me, I'm gonna be honest with you, I thought it was like a spoof. Like I didn't think, and I'm like, hold up, do he really? I'm like, it's no saying he really got to do it, or was he just being funny, or is he trying to play on the Drake Pusha T thing and trying to build up marketing?
All of that.
Yeah.
I'm kind of out of it. I was leaning towards that. I didn't know he really had an album coming out, so I'm gonna go ahead and defer to you with the corny side of it.
Nucia
told me he did music. That's messed up.
Hey man, he don't do music. He know people that do music, and he got
an album together.
So let's say I go and I get Junkyard, EU, Red Essence, Maya, Johnny Gill, and Stacey Lattisaw to do an album. I ain't
artists next to him.
Right. I ain't make none of the beats. I ain't write none of the lyrics. But I got this album with all these people on it. Do I do music? And maybe.
Not if you never did it. Like this is first album ever?
Yeah. First album ever.
All right. I concur with what you did.
I'm just saying, I don't know what to do.
I thought it was like a spoof. Like I thought it was like a skit spoof type thing. Like I'm being funny. Like, I
didn't know what it was
like
at first either. I was confused too.
Look, I didn't even look at the chat. Everybody probably like, what is going on?
Y'all got
they're confused too. They
put it out there for us. I blame him.
Blame me for everything. Blame Joe Budden. Blame anybody but me.
Oh, check it.
Let's get into our Don't Be Dumb award.
So dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
So a guy on Instagram made a post and was talking about him and his boy. He went to his boy's wedding. He was in the wedding. He done met Beyonce, the wife. They, that's his sister. They tight. It's a big family. And he goes to the club with his boy and he trying to cheat. And he like, don't you cheat in front of me, my sister. And I'm gonna tell you, I went through this exact situation. I had a brother who married a woman. They was together for a decade. She is my sister till this day. They've been divorced 4 or 5 years. That's still my sister. She in all the family group chats. And when they're together, like, don't cheat on her around me.
Right.
That's my sister. Like it's your fault. Don't make her my sister. Make her your wife. Make her your girl. Don't make her my sister. When she my sister, you tripping. I'm not supporting that. And I've always said, I think a couple of my brothers got it right. And I think everybody else got it wrong. One of the brothers that got it right was him, in my opinion. I'm like, you got it right. Like, all right, dog. Keep playing. So yeah, don't tell me you cheating. Don't use me for the excuse. Don't bring her to my house. Your girl, my sister, more than you, my brother. I'm loyal. Don't do it.
Yeah, I'm the same way. I loved his post because it was just hilarious. He was just like, all this money we didn't spend on this wedding.
Hey, like, y'all get personal.
Bro, we went to Vegas. Okay.
Right, we went to Vegas. Yeah.
That ain't cheap. Not for a bachelor party. That is not cheap.
Man, I sent it to my boys group chat because I've had three weddings this year already. We went to DR. We went to Puerto Rico.
Oh, nice.
Florida for the wedding. For the wedding. I said, look, man, and I spoke at all the weddings. And I said, look, man, I have 4 sisters. I consider y'all brothers as 20 plus years. So that makes this person my sister.
Yeah.
And if I'm being completely honest and transparent, I value sister, you know what I'm saying? Because the sisterhood, it kind of brings a protective standpoint to it. Like I could protect my brother, but a sister, I protect her a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Because I protect her, against other, issues that come, you know what I'm saying, that comes up. So I said, look, so when I said that to them, everybody, I said, look, man, I spent a lot of money. I'm the type, I'm not, I'm gonna make you feel so guilty around me. You gonna be like, man, fuck. You gonna say fuck me. Like we gonna have an issue.
Right.
Man, you got a different type of bitch to fuck up your family though. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm that type. I say little shit like that. I'm like, you gotta be a different type of nigga that, you know what I'm saying, to try to fuck up your family and shit.
Right.
For this though, I'm like, man, I hope I never become a sucker like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like me starting some shit with him.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't ever have to, you know what I'm saying, do that. But we all laughed about it. But old boy eating the chicken and said I felt him because look, man, I spent a lot of money these last 90 days, New.
Yeah, JJ Lou been in and out of town at bachelor parties and weddings, vacation weddings.
Florida, DC. I'm like, look, man, this is up.
And it's like if they really your brother.
And I ain't going to a second one. My fault. I ain't going to no second one. I told him, I said, look, man, I'm only doing one, B.
Right. Yeah.
Second one, y'all bad courthouse that jump.
Right. It's just like when you really, they're your brother, they're your homie, and you, like me, I'm a little bit different because I'm such a personable, outgoing, and I'm new. I'm love everybody. When you find a wife, that's my sister for real. Like I feel that shit for real.
Yeah.
Like I don't be pretend. I'm the brother that they gonna call like, no, he acting up. No, he ain't take his vitamin. No, he ain't tell him about this. So I have a relationship with all my boys, girls, and it ain't even on like no weird shit. It's just like that's the brother that I am.
Yeah, like
that's the homie that I am.
Like you know what I'm saying, like I whatever. Even if they keep me complaining, I'm arguing sis point. Just because I'm like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Because I know we can argue the way that y'all can't.
Right.
And for me, I'm gonna hold if you're my brother or my sister and you married, I'm gonna hold you accountable. I don't care how you feel. And whoever you brought, I'm gonna call them the wife and husband name all night long.
Yeah.
That's what I'm gonna do.
I like that. I like that play though. That's
I'm gonna have to incorporate that.
That's a hell of a play. My fault, man. I thought. I'm sorry. I'm calling you his wife's name and shit. I apologize.
Your wife already? Did you call her for the night?
Right, Lord.
And I gotta do it though, because you know what I'm saying. Like I'm the type, like all my boys, you know what I'm saying. Why if they with me, they trust it. So I'm like, nah, y'all ain't messing up my good name.
Right.
And you know what's crazy? I'm the one.
I know that are married and we like you're out hanging with single people.
Yeah.
Don't do none of that around me because I'm not looking at you like wrong, right?
Yeah.
At one point, I was the single dude that nobody wanted their husband to be around. Like, oh Lord,
yeah, I can see that. I can see that.
But then when they realized that I was solid and how much I love them, they would be like, "Go up with your single friend, new. I know he gonna hold it down." And they didn't think that at first. They thought I was just like whatever I'm into ain't what I want my brother into because you my sister. You know what I'm saying?
It just feels. Yeah, I'm like, look.
Yeah. So I can hold it down regardless of they're like he's poly, he's this, he's that. I can hold it down because if you're not poly, why you don't need to be with nobody else.
Exactly.
So what you doing? I'm gonna call you out. I'm gonna hold you accountable. Burger said, "Yeah, keep that shit away from me. That shit over there." That's how I feel. Keep it over. Don't put me in a position where I gotta lie to my new sister you gave me. Don't do that to me.
And yes. Y'all rocking with us. Y'all with us. We loyal people.
Yeah, we ain't messing.
Let's get into our Nipsey Hussle awards. We should get them because we're the loyal ones, but we'll give it to somebody else this week.
If it's sports, if it's fashion, if it's music, if it's hustling, whatever, you're on a marathon, So
And some people marathons came to an end. Rest in peace to Jim Brown. Rest in peace to Tina Turner. And some people's marathons, their lives haven't come to an end, but maybe their career have. I want to shout out to Carmelo Anthony, excellent NBA player, 20-year career. He retired today. Well, yesterday he retired. He's a 5%er. I'm a 5%er. There aren't very many 5%ers that are popular anymore because his coach has shifted. But Jay-Z's a 5%er. Come on, Anthony's a 5%er. Erykah Badu, myself. So shout out to the gods and the earths and Melo. There aren't many 5%ers in the NBA, and that's one less. So out of the two or three that's there, we missing one, and probably the most celebrated one. So shout out to Carmelo Anthony. You get the Nipsey Hussle Award, Jim Brown, Tina Turner, Carmelo Anthony, and also Jamie Foxx. And I'm not saying this because I think he's going to pass. I hope he lives. But if whatever happens, he's alive now, and we're giving him his flowers now. So I want to take this moment to say, Jamie Foxx, your singing and acting and comedic sensibilities and talents are definitely appreciated. And we are taking this moment to appreciate you amongst some of the greats, Jim Brown, Tina Turner, Carmelo Anthony, and you, Jamie Foxx. We hope you recover. We hope you have a full recovery and can get back to your amazing career. And I'll pass it on to you guys.
Yes, I mean, Jamie Foxx, I'm just rooting for him. It was, when I kept hearing things about Jamie Foxx, I kept hearing like different stories. He was in ICU, or he's at home. He's been at home for 2 weeks, and so it really like showcased how social media jumps. How many people have they killed off this year, y'all, or years? Be like, wait a minute, what happened? Let me Google this right quick, and they're not dead. But I'm happy to hear that he is at home. That was the one thing that I'm very, very happy that once they're out the hospital, that's a good sign. Once they're at home, good sign. And he's surrounded by his family. He's surrounded by his people. And his daughter's being a great spokesperson about what's going on. So kudos to her. Yes, it's just sad that our society is always on this want to be the first one to say something or post something. Yeah. Not even knowing the fact. We got Google, y'all. We had encyclopedias back in the day, okay? That's what y'all have. So y'all should be able to get this information like this.
Yeah. I agree 100%. I guess on the Melo front, I remember from the Oak Hill days, where he was a dog, Syracuse winning the championship. Obviously just a great scorer, his entire career. Jamie Foxx, I feel, to be honest, I feel like Jamie Foxx is probably the most talented person of our generation. When you add everything into it, like his album, his acting,
yes,
comedy, sitcoms, like it's nothing in the entertainment space where he hasn't excelled. Like his R&B albums, I'll put up against top R&B people. His acting career, I'll put up against just actors. His comedy routine, I'll put against the top 80%. Who doing the stand up. So to me, I feel like he's
his sitcoms, In Living Color, Jamie Foxx Show.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sitcom, like the most talented of our generation. I'm glad to see his daughter is speaking. And the social media stuff, I agree with you 100%, Jackie. I did like that a lot of his personal people, you didn't see those leaks.
Right.
You saw the bullshit people, leak, but you ain't see the real stuff that you could tell they respected his daughter to say, you gonna speak for your dad, we gonna shut the fuck up. And so I did appreciate that. In a society, Jackie speaks of, we had that other side where people kind of understood it. So, that was definitely a good thing. And I hope, and Denzel had a quote, was like, everybody's you're trying to be first instead of being right. So hopefully, speedy recovery, and you know what I'm saying, like I said, I honestly feel like he's the most talented person of of my generation.
Yeah, I would definitely put him up there, number 2 to me, but I definitely put him up there. Definitely.
But now, because you ain't rapped in like 12 years.
Oh, here we go. And speaking of that, my greatest misses will be out this summer. My greatest misses.
You said you was gonna do another song for the pod, the intro. You ain't did that shit. And, you said you was gonna do that shit like 3 years ago. Like,
I'm
if you
waiting for Jackie to make the beat.
don't want to be it, dude, don't be it. If you want to if you want a bullshit ass floor, just say that. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Let's stand on it.
I'm waiting for Jackie to make the beat.
Let's stand on it, new.
Jackie, make the beat. We gotta raise the floor. Oh, this is a good question. I've been anticipating y'all answers all week. So I am just, man, I can't. And then we can't play it because they try to sample, they try to cipher it. Well, you can get with that. All right. This or that. You have your celebrity crush one night stand or your celebrity business partnership. To give you an idea, for me, it would be a night with Ashanti. I think everybody knows that. I don't think nobody's confused. And she will do anything I want her to do. It is my 24 hours with Ashanti. And y'all know how I feel about Ashanti. Or I could do a podcast episode with Joe Budden. Those are my 2 options. So before we give our answers, J. Lou and Jackie, I need y'all 2 choices. So it's your celebrity crush, or if you want to say your celebrity business venture. I don't know, like Jackie, I figure you might be with Serena Williams at a workout. Or J. Lou, you might have dinner with Barack Obama. I don't know what the hell, but whatever y'all 2 things are, what are y'all 2 things? Mine is Ashanti, a night with Ashanti, or a podcast episode with Joe Budden. What's y'all's?
My celebrity one night stand would definitely be Tupac.
Oh, and bring people back from the dead. Okay.
Yes, definitely. Bring him back, take him back. We come back together, like all of that.
Hey, church.
Notice he could be in the background. How do you want it? Just like this. So that's my now my business venture. So I have to choose with one person?
Yep.
Business venture.
Yep. I would assume it's fitness related, but it doesn't have to be. It's whatever you say.
Okay, so I would do a business venture with 2 people actually. It was
get a threesome going. There she go.
Look, Tupac, sit down. But anyway, but I would do because I would be working on and I would be calling it MF and Tour. So it's music and fitness. So on the music side, I would work with Tip because I went to school with him, and I think we could really like bring all the other artists back. And what the concept is basically we always work out the music anyway. So why not have a huge event convention, fitness influencers, and the artists perform while they do their workout, while they do their routine. So that's in the works, y'all. Don't try to steal my idea, y'all.
Don't do that. That's actually a really good idea. Show up in your fitness gear and get it in.
Right. With the fitness side, I definitely would work with future baby mama Joey. I would definitely want to.
Joey Davis.
I saw Tip and her. Yeah.
Okay.
That'd be fine.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. What you got, J. Lou?
I don't see. That's tough. I ain't think of it in that space. I think the celebrity one night don't like. I just go to my childhood. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause, we grown now. So you know what I'm saying. So I would go to like childhood stuff. It'll probably be the childhood crush Nia Long. That'll be, you know what I'm saying? Like that's who I kind of grew with her movies. Like, you know what I'm saying? With the Love Jones, you know what I'm saying? Best Man, Boys in the Hood. It's like in different stages of my life, she was hot in each, you know what I'm saying, in each of those stages. So it'll be that. The business venture. See, it's tough though. Like, you know, and we kind of mentioned it a little bit, you know, and it's a little weird because two of them recently passed. Like I would even want to like a Night in Miami type. Like you say, you know what I'm saying, like with a Jim Brown, with a Harry Belafonte, with a Martin Luther King. You know what I'm saying? I would want that just to kind of pick their mind. Like the money, you know, the money it comes. You know what I'm saying? The business standpoint, I feel like I can get, but just that standpoint of having a Barack Obama, like that type of brotherhood around would, like, you know what I'm saying, it'll be a different level though. And you about to make me watch the One Night in Miami joint again.
I'm gonna see it again now too.
Yeah, that was like I was like I would get my full 5. Like it'll be MLK. You know what I'm saying? We got the Morehouse connection.
We only get one, man. You only get one, man. That's
nah. I'm doing it my way.
You get a threesome with 5 girls. All right, well, here we go. So which one do you pick? Do you pick your night with the lady, or do you pick your quote unquote business night? Which one do you pick? Now that we know what each side is, which one do you pick?
I'm picking my business side all day.
Jackie picking a business. Jaylee, what you picking?
Same one.
I'm fucking the shit out of Santi. All right, so we can move on to the next topic.
But you can get an Ashanti lookalike.
No, I want her. She got to laugh like Ashanti. I want Ashanti. I don't want no lookalike. It's more than just look. It's deeper than looks. It's deeper than rap. All right, Netflix and chill, man. I got attacked on the internet for liking Ant-Man and Wasp more than I liked the Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm not going to do any spoilers, but that's what I liked. I thought Ant-Man and Wasp was great. I thought Guardians of the Galaxy was good. And go see both. Well, Ant-Man and Wasp is on Disney, and that deals with the Kang character, which is the old boy with all the charges, Majors, whatever his name is, Major 6 charges, whatever his name is. And but it deals with that story, the multiverse, and the Guardians of the Galaxy dealt with just them. And I'm not a big fan, so I liked it. It wasn't bad. It was good.
I haven't seen that yet.
I haven't seen either.
Yeah, it just boom. So exactly. Moving right along really quickly. The Color Purple remake. I want to watch it. I heard it's more similar to the play than it is to the original movie. I don't like that they keep remaking stuff. I don't want another remake. Like, we have no creativity.
No.
But I'll just say I'll probably see it.
Our music is everything 90s remake. I mean, everything is being redone because nobody can come up with these type of stories.
I'm tired of it.
And I like the people in it, but I'm not gonna watch it.
I'm not going to the theater. I'll watch it at some point. Whenever it get to HBO Max or it's Max now. It's not HBO Max no more. Whenever it gets Max or Disney, I'll watch it. But I ain't watched The Color Purple in 30 years. I ain't want to see it in 30 years.
I don't really mess with though. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, after I watched it one time, that like it's not like I look at it a little too deep. Like Life, I thought was a great movie. But after I thought about the movie, I never wanted to watch it again. I'm like, oh, there's 2 black people that was locked up for nothing the rest of their life. Like, you know what I'm saying? As good as a movie it is, I can't get past that. In Color Purple, the same way. Like, I'm like, hold on, man, this man abused that girl the whole movie. So I gotta get out of my way.
It's real life though. That's what happens. I mean, it happens.
That's Tina Turner story.
I'm like, nah, man, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
But if Color Purple comes on TV, I'll watch it.
Jackie, you got it. I
definitely will.
I'm not. I seen the original like 2-3 times back in the 80s. I ain't seen it since.
I movies. I mean, because regardless, I still learn some stuff. I do understand sometimes it does, Black people like, okay, another slave, okay, another that.
We got another.
But that wasn't even a slave movie for real.
Well, I mean, she was a slave to him too.
Yeah.
Jive.
Look, Jack, you watch it and let us know how it is.
I definitely
will. Oh, where's my little record player?
Your record player button.
Yeah, my record player button. Like no, for real. Like, where is it? I've lost it. Oh, here you go.
This is a fantastic album, man. Let me borrow it.
No, my brother. You got to buy your own.
Y'all don't even remember that commercial. Y'all too young. But no, my brother.
No, brother. That commercial always come on. Them two. The three dudes. Yeah, it was 3 dudes and 3 ladies. That's what it was.
Summer Walker EP is out now. I really enjoy it. Killer Mike's new single is out. EP. He talks. The first lines of one of the songs is, "My mother did, my grandmother did," and then you know what I've gone through the last month. When my boy sent it to me, and I'm like, "Why would you send this to me? Like you're on. Like, what, you okay? Like, why did you send this to me?" I'm gonna be the only one that cried. I'm like, well, yeah, I guess. Beyonce and Kendrick have a new song. I haven't listened to it, but I did add it to a Partner and Kickback playlist. You can find that in the link, in the Instagram link, or on the link on this podcast to listen to the newest songs. It's always about an hour or two of music that I just update every week and filter through. So you should enjoy that on Apple. And Lil Durk new album comes out this Friday. I'm looking forward to that. NBA Youngboy dropped a couple weeks ago. That was a decent project. He drops every other month, so it's hard to keep up. It was a decent project. And I will make one note. Lil Durk's single with J. Cole has streamed more than NBA Youngboy's entire album. Wow. My little brother Tay probably mad about that because he's a Youngboy fan. But that speaks to what I said. Durk.
And I've been listening to that Joan heavy, so I know I'm a part of it.
And speaking of the song he did with Summer Walker, I love that he supports her and he acknowledged the stuff that she was going through, and he was like, "I'm here no matter what." I love it.
Yeah. Gotta love it. And Summer Walker makes great music, so when you get J. Cole, Summer Walker together, that's like getting me, J. Lou, and Jackie together. It's gonna be smash. You know? Yeah, dig. I want to thank y'all for tuning in this week. And we have a lot in store for you guys. Me, for personal reasons, I had to step back. But these two, along with Brittany, shout out to Brittany Sade, have been holding me down and been excellent and great insight, great opinions, and great topics. And just, it's been a pleasure. And I'm looking forward to the rest of the year doing the podcast with these individuals. And we're going to have some fun. Jackie, we're going to have some fun. J. Lou, we're going to have some fun. Brittany, wherever you at right now, we're going to have some fun. So just be ready. Just be ready. This should be, I'm predicting the greatest year in the history of the podcast. I'm raising the floor. And I know sometimes we alternate, but my challenge is I want y'all here every week. So every week that y'all can be here, I want y'all here. That's my challenge. That's raising the floor. So if it's once a month, twice a month, or 4 times a month, raise the floor.
I hope you guys have a great weekend. It's a lot of things going on in Atlanta. Y'all, please be careful. It's Carnival this weekend. I think it's the Soul Picnic or something that's going on this weekend. It's R&B something. But please be careful. Please be careful. Do not leave any of your belongings in the car. Be mindful of what you're doing, your surroundings, people that are with you, people that are around you. Just, you want to have your fun, have your party favors. Just be careful.
Most definitely. Have a great week. Be safe. We appreciate y'all tuning in.
Yeah, happy Memorial Day. I don't even, is that the military? What is that's people that passed.
Yes.
So shout out to everybody we lost, man. Through the streets, through violence, through life in general. Rest in peace, Andres. I love you. I miss you. I'm gonna see you every goddamn week. And Uno.
Yeah.
We out.